Yo, welcome back, everybody. We're episode 12 of the Big Al podcast. I'm your host, Big Al. Episode 12. Let's get straight to it. Uh, I change that intro every time. I don't have like a permanent intro. I just, whatever energy I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, man. This is a great day today. We back on our consistency. This is coming out Friday. Friday. I'm pumped about it. It's gonna be Friday. Just getting back doing something you like to do creatively, back in a good routine, just always makes me feel good. Just creating something just makes me feel good. So today, what we gonna talk about today? I got some topics. I don't have any hot takes this time. I'm kind of mad about that. I mean, I guess I can come up with one real quick. Just like a hot take. This is like nothing like stupid wild. Like to me, I think the Marvel TV shows, I think they're kind of overhyped. And I watch them, and I frequently watch them, but I feel like they're overhyped for what they are. I kind of feel like it kind of drags out a lot. Like the Winter Soldier one, I just was not I mean, I don't know. I didn't like it. I mean, just to put it in perspective, I didn't like it. WandaVision, WandaVision felt too long. Like I was like, okay, what's the point? Okay, what's the point? And then when they get to the did, oh my gosh, when they did get to the point, it wasn't worth it at all. And I was just like, okay, I feel like I kind of wasted my time there. But all right, excuse me. I think the biggest thing going on right now in the world is probably the Israel and Palestine conflict that's going on. And I feel like I should have addressed this in the last one because it was more prominent there and then. I mean, I guess it's still around. It's not as big as in the media, but it's still going around. But for my like bit of research, it's pretty much just like a 100-year war just over land. Someone stole someone else's land, and they're constantly just trying to fight for it back. And it's to the point now where they're bombing schools, and it's like, what do the kids have to do with that? I don't understand that. I never got that. But everyone for the past like 2 weeks been like, oh, we gotta spread this awareness. We gotta spread this awareness of what's going on in Palestine and in Israel. We gotta get the media to showcase more of what's happening. But my thing is, I mean, I feel like I'm about to answer my own question, but I've always thought for years, like, what does awareness really do? What does bringing awareness to an issue really do? But I guess because I'm about to answer my own question is bringing awareness to something is so when you get enough people's attention on something, then you get enough people to come and make a change about it. Think about when they murdered George Floyd, and awareness came around and more eyes were on what was happening. There was big protests around the world. The whole world was on fire about this police brutality, this murder that happened. A lot of people were upset about it, and it caused that to have a chain reaction of uh, reparations and just people being in check for what they're doing, because what they're doing is murder. And here later, the cop and hopefully the other officers will be incarcerated for I don't remember what the sentence was, but he is in jail now or prison, one of the two. But they did plead guilty on that. But my thing is, why does it take so much effort and so many things to happen for them to say, okay, he did murder him and he's going to jail? Like, couldn't that be flat point to the point, like you saw it, you stood on this man's neck for like 10 minutes and murdered him. And it took all this protesting, all this violence, all this to happen just for we could get a guilty, it makes it to the point where it's like, do we have to do this for anybody who's killed unfairly by the police, or any conflict that's going on within the world? The whole world has to be on fire just for justice to happen. You know what I'm saying? The world is that evil nowadays that we literally have to fight and cry out so hard for just justice that is instated in our rules and our laws, that people could be punished fairly for the crimes that they committed, even people in power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, to me, it's too much. It's too much that like has to happen for that. I feel like it's a common sense thing, but the world isn't built for fairness or for things to be just and right. So I feel like I don't know what we have to do. I don't know what we have to do to change that. The world has got to be on fire every time for something to happen, and spreading awareness, because it's certain things in certain countries, like when the SARS thing was happening, when like the military in Africa was like, I don't remember, or I didn't do enough research on that to understand what was going on there, but it feel like it just like came and went. Like, I feel like this is just gonna come and go. And the only reason I feel like it's gonna come and go is because we're not there. You know what I'm saying? It is not happening in our country or city or in our immediate area. We don't care as much. We'll do a retweet, we'll do a share, but that's about it. Cause it's like, no, I mean, I don't think any amount of money can really fix that problem. You know what I'm saying? About the land, I think it's just the history is too deep behind it, that anything outside, I don't think it's gonna do anything to stop the conflict. And it's sad to say, but it feels like it's just gonna keep going and going until one side wins, and it's pretty sad. I think so. um but the thing about awareness, like I'm saying, like, just things come and go, and people, like, it's like, if you don't like share something or retweet something, you're like against the cause because you're not saying nothing about it. But I feel like you don't always have to say something. I mean, like, well, I don't know. I mean, our voices are important, yes, but I feel like not everything has to have an opinion on it. Especially for just regular folks or even just celebrities. Not everybody wants to speak out about something. Or it's like you're yelling at somebody about trying to make a change or do something, but you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't know if they're getting people together, getting money together to help do something for some cause. You don't know what they're doing. Why are you cussing them out on the internet? Because they're showing you, not telling you what's going on. And then if they do show what they're doing, then it just makes it feel like they're not genuine about it. People can never win. That's like when they were getting on Cole and Kendrick for not like speaking out when the riots of the Black Lives Matter riots was happening. But it's like, these dudes have been speaking about this for years in their music, but since it wasn't at a time where the it was at its highest peak or whatever, nobody really paid attention that hard. But then it's like, when it is, they don't see that. They're blind to that now because they're not speaking on it at that time. It's like they can't win. And it's like, no wonder why they're not on social media as frequent. That's how I think about it. But spreading awareness, it does. Another thing, I think it gives you an actualization of it's not just you in the world. It's not just you right here in whatever town, city you're in. something happening. There's always something happening somewhere else in the world. Maybe it gives that kind of vibe to it. I don't know, not vibe, but kind of. I don't know the word, but that's just something I wanted to speak on. Spreading awareness about different topics and just doing a little research. I mean, I did a little research and I just kind of did a little summary in the beginning. Um, but just always good to know what's going on, not just in your immediate surroundings, pretty much. Not, I mean, because I feel like people are so it's just about them all the time. They don't give a chance to really think about other people, how they're living. And even then, once you really kind of read on it, you start to feel a lot more grateful and thankful about the conditions you're in, that you're free to do these things in America versus other third world countries. Sure, we got our problems in America, but it's not like over there. And I gladly take over here than going over there. You know what I'm saying? But I heard like with the police over there, it's way worse than what we have. Like way worse. Um, but I also heard that like if you like pay them off, like pay them off some money, then they like let go of your troubles. But here they ain't doing that. They ain't doing none of that. They not down with that at all. Like if you try to pay off an officer with like $500 here, they got to be down bad on some money or something, because that's not gonna work over here. Then in somewhere, some countries in Africa, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much the summary of what I'm just trying to say is, it's not just think about what am I trying to say. Uh what am I trying to say? Your continent, like just like it's not just you in the world, pretty much. That took a lot to just say that. But I had to explain, give examples and whatnot. And I know on this podcast I don't always talk about like politics, even though in the little description I say politics, because I really don't like politics. Like I don't really like talking about it. I only talk about it to a point, like, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me. Maybe that's what it is. It doesn't interest me. I know enough to know, what's going on, and but that's it. Anything deeper, I don't care. Not like seriously. I just don't. I don't prefer it. That's just not me. But there be people who really want to go in deep and talk about these topics. I'm not one of them types. I try to talk about funny things. I try to talk about just other things. I do want to talk about a range of topics, but politics is just somewhere I just don't want to. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. But switching things up to a slightly lighter note, this says I think they announced this like last week or so, but the Ellen DeGeneres show is now ending at season 19, which one, why 19? I try to push it to 20. That's what I do. Why? Because I like even numbers. Just end on 20. Two two. What am I trying to say? Just end on 20. But the reason she says is she needs something new to challenge her creatively, which I mean, I guess I understand. I think when I read it, she's 63, and my thing is, what else are you gonna do? What else? Not what else can you do, but what else would you want to do? Like you've been doing this since 2000, pretty much. Like ever since I've been watching TV, Ellen's been on TV. It's kind of like Oprah. Oprah's always been on TV. Like Oprah, like ending her show soon. I could now that one I can never see. I can never see Oprah ending her show. Ellen, I never thought I'd see it either, but something's got to end at one point. You're 63, I believe. Oprah's up there too. But what else are you gonna do? Like, what else can you do? Like, we haven't seen Ellen do nothing. Well, I haven't seen Ellen do nothing else. She wrote books, the TV show. Like you're not in the movies, you know. And I don't like what else can you do to creatively challenge you? You know, you don't go on the radio. It's essentially the same thing. Let's keep it G real, you know. But it's coming to the end of an era right there. TV shows. That's like think about it like when my man's passed away. Larry, is that his name? Larry Fisher. I feel like that's wrong. I don't know why. Hold on. Larry King. Yeah, that's right. Where I get Larry Fisher from? Larry King, when he passed away, it's like, you know, I mean, he wasn't predominantly like someone I watched, but I've always heard about him, you know. Still, it's kind of like, dang, he died, you know? And it's like the show gone. Because he still would do the show. That's kind of how I feel. Like if, like when this blow up, I'm not saying if I change my vocabulary. When this blows up, I want to do this till I die. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just cool to me. Plus that's just cool that like he kept going till he died. Like I think that's cool. You know, you were down with your show that bad. You know, and people was really listening. You know. Like I didn't know that many people were really fans of him. Besides, like younger people, like I know older people, but younger people were fans of Larry King. Now that's something I did not expect to see, you know. But I think that's what I would do. But Ellen, I don't know. But I feel like it was gonna like pull the plug on her anyway because she was like being like not. She was just being bad to her employees, like treating her employees very unfairly, very poorly, you know. So I feel like at one point they're just gonna put a plug on her anyway. So maybe this is her way of like, oh no, I just want to try something new creatively. Like, no, you had to get off before them, before it looked bad on you. It already kind of looked bad on you, you know. I don't get that. How you just gonna be fake on TV and just treat these people like trash? They work for you. Like I don't know. They work for you. How are you gonna treat them like that? I would never. If I ever get employees, I'm treating them like they was family. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's built on. Right now, it's just a one man editing film producer. You know, kind of wanted to be like this for a minute though. I don't think I ever get to a point like I have been thinking about getting a co-host. You know, I got two people in mind that I want to get a co-host, but that means I got to get more equipment, and you know, I kind of want to just do this right now because it's the Big Al podcast. You feel me? But you know, I'm always open to get someone else with me. It's always good to like get another person's perspective. Like that's why I like having guests. I like having guests 'cause it's like just having a conversation. You know, just that's pretty much it. That's how it is like this. I'm just talking now something, have a conversation. Granted, I can't hear what you're saying, but I can't hear what you're saying, but I just wanted to be like I'm kicking it with somebody. So if I actually had somebody else to kick it with, that'd be kind of cool, you know. That'd be kind of cool. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Let me know too. You know, people who watch it, let me know. You want to hear like another, like you want to get a co-host. If you want to see another co-host with me, you know, like I said, I got two people in mind. Nah, I have to see. I have to see. We at 18 minutes right now. It's looking good. I'm feeling good. And I love, you know, after that first one for this week, I'm feeling good trying to do this one now. Man, I'm feeling good, man. So the last one I talked about how Soulja Boy trying to be the first at everything. Now apparently there's gonna be a new versus Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow. Now you're gonna sit here and tell me if you could sit up and look me in the eyes and say Bow Wow is winning over this man, you get out right now because it's just not happening. Like when I was growing up, I really never heard Bow Wow songs growing up, like never. The only reason I really knew who Bow Wow was is because of the movies. That's it. His terrible acting in those movies. That's it. I've always heard Soulja Boy songs, like always, man. I don't even think there's a chance. Like, why would you even do that? You don't stand a chance, my G. You just don't. You just don't. And if we gonna keep it a buck, I don't know who gets clowned more, him or Soldier Boy, because he did get caught with the private jet thing, and then the kids not knowing who he was. Which, come on now, of course the kids don't know. Um, and then Soldier Boy, he got the Drake, and then the him and Chris Brown beef, and then the Nintendo thing. It might be Soldier Boy. Honestly, he get clowned a little bit more. He get clowned a lot more, and now he kind of getting clowned some more because it's like, dude, you're not the first. Like, you just, I mean, I guess you're the first popping the rapper to blow up from the internet. You got that one on lock, but I don't see nothing else. Like, I don't see what he's saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. But no, Soldier Boy winning that for sure. Just off rip. There's no contest. There's no contest. Well, speaking of like the kids not knowing who he is, but I can't blame them though. I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself. I didn't really hear nothing about Bow Wow growing up, but like so I'm 20 years old, right? So I'm in the Gen Z, the Generation Z. But I feel like even with us Gen Z kids, there's still like a split difference. Like, I believe I got me and a little bit of 90s kids, we got the best of both worlds. We kind of got to grow up a little bit without the internet as it is right now, and then how it is right now today. You know, like I had the experience. I played outside, basketball, football, all that. I played outside and rode bikes and everything. And I still got the experience like the video games, like the original Xbox and the Wii. Like, I remember Game Boys. Like, it was clean. The kids today just don't know. They don't, and it's not their fault, but it's still like, you can't all group us collectively because we still all didn't grow up the same way. Like, they didn't have Game Boys. You know what I'm saying? They have iPads. Like, I remember when the iPad came out. Everybody didn't have an iPad. Nowadays, everybody and their mama got an iPad, but they ain't had no iPads. I remember having a Game Boy. I remember when the Wii came out. Not, oh, my dog just walked in. Just busting in during the whole podcast, man. Okay, whatever. What was I saying? Like, there's a lot of things they just didn't get to experience and just don't know. Like renting videos, renting video like Netflix DVDs, when they would send you a DVD and you get to watch, like, get a experience of Netflix, and you have to send that DVD back. I remember having that for the Wii. That was crazy. Now Netflix is just on your phone. Or like Blockbuster. I remember this one time specifically from Blockbuster, right? I was walking around. It was like, I believe it's just me and my mom's. I feel like my dad was there too, but we was walking around, and I was looking at some movies, and I found Underdog. That was the first time I ever seen Underdog. I went to the Blockbuster, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch this, man. I want to watch this. I went home. I put that mug in the DVD player. Oh man, I was living it there. I was watching my dude Underdog. Oh man, I don't know. I just a memory. I remember a Blockbuster. Did they have video games? I don't think so. I don't remember. Did they have it? I don't remember that. You know who do got video games? The library. You could rent video games at the library if you still go. I don't know a lot of people go to the library nowadays, but they have video games in there. The last time I went was like my freshman year. Because I was like trying to study for finals. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to this library. I'm about to just buck down and study, you know. I don't remember if I passed them or not, but it don't matter. But I just remember seeing video games in there. I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. Or like GameFly. I always wanted to use GameFly because I always saw the ads. I always used to think it was like a low key scam. I don't know why. That's why I never like really went through with it. Plus, I was in middle school. I didn't have no money. I was in elementary school, middle school, ain't had no money. And I always thought it was kind of a scam. I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, that don't seem right. I'm always like, that don't sound right. So I get this game, I play it for like 2 weeks, then I gotta send it back. I think that was another thing too. I just didn't want to do that. Excuse me, because for me, if I'm playing the game, I want to keep this game. I really want to get my enjoyment out of it. Plus, what if I don't get a good chance to really sit down with it as long as I want to? Within that, what if I had a busy 2 weeks and I didn't get to enjoy my game like I wanted to? Besides just buying it. And I mean, yeah, it was like at a fraction of the cost of buying it to rent it. But like, think about it like this: what if like the person before you like scratched it up? It's all messed up now. Now you can't play yours. I feel like maybe they have a system of like they check the disc and everything, and like the person before their bill, they get billed a little bit more or whatever. I don't know. But GameFly, that's something I always want to try. But the kids don't know about GameFly. They don't know about GameFly. Or or here's something. Oh, he just left. Here's something. When Post Malone dropped his album, right? He had Ozzy Osbourne on there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. He got an OG on there, whatever. It was a good song. Tell me why. When he dropped it, like 2019, 2018, something like that. Tell me why. I'm scrolling down the feed, and then these kids is like, "Yo, this Ozzy Osbourne dude, he's go like he's really on the come up, man. Post Malone really put this dude on." And I really had to sit there like, y'all, you don't, do you not know who Ozzy Osbourne is? Like, do you not know? And then it's like, I'm seeing them more. I'm like, they really don't know. That's crazy. And I'm like, I've known about this dude for since I was a kid. I'm like, it's kind of crazy to me. Or even something more relevant. So, I believe last year, Drake and DJ Khaled had a song and had a music video to it. And Drake used to be an actor, so Drake is acting in this music video. And then here come the kids again commenting, "Oh, look at Drake trying to be an actor, man. Well, who does he think he is?" And I'm like, I know we haven't gotten to that point. We're not to that point that y'all don't know. Drake used to be acting like before rapping, right? I didn't think we'd get to that point this early. I thought it would be a couple more years. Nope, they don't know. That one that one kind of broke my heart. I'm like, that's crazy. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know about the grassy? I don't get that one. That one, I don't get that one. You know something though? I actually do have a hot take. Here's a hot take. Now I'm talking about old stuff. I feel like, I mean, I guess this ain't that much of a hot take. I feel like a lot of people agree with me. PSPs were stupid ahead of their time. Like, stupid. Like, you can't say Sony fumbled the bag because they just had the bag a little too early. How about that? They had the bag a little too early. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, my bad. Like I said, the 30 minutes from the 30 minutes recording time. But yeah, they didn't fumble the bag. They just they had it too early. Cuz nowadays what they got, the Switch, iPads, I think that's it. Yeah, the Switch, iPads, I don't know about phones, games on the phones. But no, like, but you was the man if you had that mug in elementary school, oh, you was the man. You were the man. I wonder what they going for right now. Let's go to eBay. No, like elementary school, man. You have one of them. Oh, I remember seeing one in person. I'm like, that is crazy. I think it was too ahead of its time. It was too ahead of its time. Cause right now, oh, Sony would be on. Oh man, why don't they re-release that? That's what they should do. They should re-release that. I had to fix that real quick. They should re-release that though. Like let me see, PSP. Oh, they're not going for that much, honestly. I thought they were going for a lot more. Cause a lot of them are like messed up. But yeah, this is yeah. Just looking at it kind of takes me back. It's like they were ahead of its time. Like the screen was good. The screen, well, I don't know about the quality, but like it had a bigger screen. The thumb pad, it like they had the essential of like the switch, but you could take it out, take the controllers on the sides out. But yeah, they were ahead of its time. I wonder who would buy these. Maybe like people who just like to collect old video game systems, like old Sega Genesis and old oh Lord, I can't name no video game systems. Old Xboxes. I wouldn't kill, but I would love to just get like a really good. You're not gonna get a mint condition, but like a good condition original 2001 Xbox, and just experience my childhood again. Like seriously, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, even though you can get that now on like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, you go get that. It's like stupid cheap too. I still play that from time to time on there, but like that game, what was that game? There was another game that was oh my gosh, it was kind of looked like an anime, but Jet Set Radio. That's what it's called. Jet Set Thank you, God. Jet Set Radio. That was my game. You would go around skating and like putting graffiti, and you do races with the. Oh man, that was my game. That was my game. Them two were my games, man. Um, what else? This is Incredible Hulk game. The Matrix. I think it was the Matrix Revelate or something. It was some Matrix game. That was my game too. I love that game. Oh man, those were my games. I miss my the Lego games. I miss my childhood sometimes. The original Xbox. I've had almost every Xbox, man. Cause I had the first one, the 360, the Xbox One. I didn't get the newer Xbox One. I got I I want to get a Series X. I really do. Just because a series, just to say like, yeah, I've had every Xbox. Like just to be that type. Plus, I just want to see how it is. Even though they say it's not that different, like how the PlayStation is, like the whole menu changed and everything, the home screen changed. But they say like someone said like stupid fast stuff goes faster and everything. And I would just want to yeah. So whenever the manufacturing or whatever goes, I don't know. Whenever I'm just available to get one, I'll go get one pretty much because I just want one. Um, because I like both Xbox and PlayStation. Granted, I like Xbox more just because I've had it longer. That's just my opinion. That's a hot take right there. That Xbox is better than PlayStation. In my opinion, I think so. The only thing to me that Xbox has over PlayStation is the games. Like that's literally it. Because whenever I'm like trying to just I don't know, the home screen feels weird. Maybe it's just still not used to it, but like I don't know, whenever I switch back, it just feels like home. I like the Xbox controller better. Um yeah, that's the only thing they got over Xbox. It's just games because they got the exclusive games like Spider Man and God of War and just other titles like the Last of Us, you know. So that's pretty much, and that's why I was always talking crap about Xbox, like, oh, you don't got this, you did this, but like, man, let it be on both systems, and I'm going on Xbox. Like, that's how I feel about it. This is how I feel. I like that better. What was I going? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, they didn't announce. Well, did they? I don't know. I gotta see. I was reading some. I think it's fake though. When I was reading, like one of those fake little news clips, you know, they were saying like they're gonna remaster Black Ops 1 and 2. I will pre-order. They cannot see me on that game. Black Ops 2 remastered. That's the only game I play. That'd be the only game I play. If it was only like 5 games I could play, that is one of them. I like the first one, you know, it gives me nostalgia or whatever. But that second one, oh my gosh, undefeated, undefeated. The only thing that comes close to that second one to me is the 2019 Modern Warfare. Like that one, I love that game. I still like that game. Like Cold War is cool. Like it's cool. And the only reason I think it's cool is because they're adding the old maps back because it is a Black Ops. But other than that, it's cool. But Modern Warfare, I think that changed the whole thing. That changed the whole game for me. I love that game. I still play Modern Warfare. I put Modern Warfare over Cold War in my opinion, you know. But let them remaster Black Ops 2. It's over. I need them to remaster Black Ops 2 and MW3, and I be cool. I be cool. I loved MW3 more than MW2, Modern Warfare 2, cause I didn't really play that as much. You know, I played it a little bit, but anything I played Modern Warfare 3 way more. I'm talking about way more than 2. And I like that game way more. I love the maps, you know, all the guns. I just love that game way more. They just need to remaster them too. I don't know what they waiting on because I for sure will buy them. Here go my money right here. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't do no stupid amounts of money for it, it should be $60. Here's my thing though. Why are games $60? Oh, here's another thing. Why are PlayStation 5 games what are they, like 70? Hold on, I'm about to look. Hold on, y'all. Come on, internet. Yeah, why are they $70 for like new ones? $70? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? $70 games, 60, and it took me like I didn't have money growing up until I got a job, so I didn't understand like I didn't really get that process like $60 games, and I'm like $60. But if it's like a game, I'm like really excited for, which I haven't had one in a long time. Besides the new Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Spider-Man, which I like that game. I don't get why people tripping on that. Granted, it was shorter than the first one, but the first one was like 2 parts of it. Like the first part of the first Marvel Spider-Man is like as long as the Miles Morales game, if that makes sense. Like if you play it, it's like the first arc. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the first arc of that game is equal to the whole Miles Morales game, which I understand. It was pretty short, but I don't know. Hopefully they add some more DLCs. I haven't heard nothing about DLCs about it. I don't know if they're gonna do that or not. I hope so. That game has a lot more potential. A lot more things they could do to it. I don't know if they're doing it because of COVID now, but I feel like the more the restrictions are lifting up, I feel like they could do more stuff with games. Um, it was that game. I gladly paid my 60 for that. It wasn't, yeah, because PS4 60. When Modern Warfare came out, gladly paid my 60. Um, when Jedi Fallen Order, I gladly paid my 60. The only problem I had with that game which is a good like amount of time to play that game and everything. It needed more like side missions and stuff to do. It was pretty like just straightforward. There was nothing you can really go back and do, you know? Because all you're doing is picking up like clothing and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, I pre-ordered that mode too. I pre-ordered Jedi Fallen Order because I was like, it's been a minute since a Star Wars game had came out since the 2017 Battlefront 2, which man, they stopped the production on that and don't nobody get on there, and it just makes me sad because that's I like that game. Not in the beginning when they started like adding more stuff to it. I said this in like podcasts, like episode like 4, 3 or something like that. I was saying like they once they really re-up that game, it felt good. But games have not really been the same. I think it's just because of the pandemic. You know, I think because you can't, not a lot of people get together in the same room and production. But like even just like games, like I don't know what new games are like coming out. I remember as a kid, it's just like even just middle school, like being 12, like just games. I don't know. Not like I've lost my love for gaming. I still love the game. I love Call of Duty, Apex. Uh, that's pretty much. But what I'm saying, like story games, like The Last of Us 2. I didn't play it. I watched it. I don't want to buy that. I don't want to buy that. This just. I didn't like the way that ended. I don't want to buy that. But story games. I haven't seen a lot coming out with that. And I do like playing story games. Like I like both shooters and story games. Like I love the Batman games, like the Arkham games. I love those games. Those were my that was it for me. Cause I love Batman. That's like my favorite DC hero. And they did those games, the mechanics and just it's just great. It's just turned to a whole like gaming segment, but I don't care. But it's like I don't know. It's just cool. But games are just not what they used to be, and maybe that sort of thing because I feel like with the shooters like Call of Duty, I believe Battlefield 6 is about to come out in November. I want to get that too. I do want to get that. The Battlefield 6, I'll for sure get that. I like Battlefield too. I don't see people like the Call of Duty versus Battlefield. The only thing Battlefield really had, but now Call of Duty's introduced, the vehicles. But with Battlefield, it was always more realistic. Even just shooting, like even like shooting with a sniper at somebody, it's a drop. Like in real life, it would be a drop with the resistance to the air and just how far it's going. It'd be a drop. You had to adjust for that drop on somebody. With Call of Duty, no, there's none of that. You just aim at his head, you kill him through the headshot. But I just like both games because I grew up playing both games. My dad was always more in the Battlefield growing up. He's more into Call of Duty right now. But I feel like when that Battlefield 6 come out, he gonna be on that. I'm be on that too. But then that's like, okay, that is a game I'm excited for. It. Okay, Battlefield 6, but it's like not a lot of hype around it. And I hope there's no like really bad bugs with it, like it is with what's that, Cyberpunk. Or even that Avengers game. I had such high hopes for that game. I know I said this in the other podcast, but I have to just say it again. I had such high hopes for that Avengers game. I was so hyped for that. I'm like, I'm so ready for this. And it just let me down so bad. I should have just refunded that, but I don't care. I don't care. It was supposed to be like, it had these expectations. And when I got done playing the story, I just was down here. Because I'm like, why am I playing as this woman? I don't want to play as you. I don't know. I don't think they could get superhero games right besides like those Arkham games. And maybe that's the problem too, because I set that standard for all superhero games to be just like this clean and enjoyable to play, and they let me down. But you can't tell me when you play that game, it's just not it. It's just not it. Or like they can't do like a Superman game, because for real, Superman is unstoppable. They just kind of write him a little weaker because you gotta give Superman some conflict. Because IRL, you're not hurting Superman. You're just not. Unless you got kryptonite, you're not hurting Superman. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I don't think they could do superhero games right. There was that Captain America game that came out a long time ago, not a long time ago, but like when I was in middle school, so like 2011, 2012. It was right after the movie too. I believe that is Chris Evans who voiced that Captain America, and they did that all right from what I remember. You know, yeah, I believe they did that right. They had the Fantastic Four game back in the day, like 2008, I think. That was all right from what I remember, but superhero games, they don't really get them right all the time. But like I said, I'm just putting it to the standard of those Arkham games, those Batman Arkham games. Nothing is gonna compete with them to me. Nothing. Now they're trying to have some new Batman game with like the sidekicks, and I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Like I'm still gonna play it. Like don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna play it, but like, nah, I don't know if it's gonna be it. Um, it's the same thing with like, see, with Star Wars games, I feel like they won't be able to get that same thing for me back, because that 2005 Battlefront 2, that's just peak right there. I wish they could just like what I said, just redo that one. Just redo that one. Like they do the Call of Duty games, just redo that. That just redo with the new graphics and maybe some better mechanics and everything. And just redo that system. That's the best game. The best Star Wars Battlefront game. They can never top that. Because when they tried to redo it in 2015, they did it all wrong. They didn't have all the errors in there. Like, they didn't have the Clone Wars era. It was just the Rebellion. And they just was wrong. They did that wrong. They was trying to get it right with the 2017 one, but they stopped that too early. They just stopped that too early. Now no one plays that. It's just sad. And then they were supposed to have the new Lego game, and they just pushed that back, and now the hype is kind of gone from that, because I kind of want to play that too, I'm not gonna lie. Just for like, just because, I don't know. But the hype died, and I just was not excited for it no more. I don't know. But Fallen Order was cool. I love the mechanics in that. Just needing more stuff to do. Hopefully when they do the sequel, they listen to the fans and really put some more stuff in the game. But games have just, yeah, this whole segment, this whole 20-minute segment about games, it's just games have not been the same to me since I was a kid. Maybe because I'm just older. I don't know. Not saying, like I said, it's not like I'm losing love for it. It's just, excuse me, the excitement. Not a lot of excitement anymore. I don't know. But I'm going to end it right there. I didn't get through all my topics, but that's okay. We'll save them for next time. Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z. Tune in next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we back on our consistency, y'all. I'm telling you, I say this every week, but I'm so serious this time. We're about to get back being consistent. Back, I'm gonna start promoting more. We just gonna be out here. We gonna get this to blow up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make this work. And it's not even the goal. It's not just about blowing up, because I genuinely just have fun doing this. Like, this is just stuff I love to do. So if I don't blow up that much, I'm still happy to do this. And I think that's the most important part, you know. So watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment your favorite part, comment, agree with me, disagree, whatever, what you want to see next. Those on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever, you know, hit me with that. Give me your rating, hopefully a 5. Tell me what you like, you know. And this is Big Al, and this is me signing off. So